Subscribe now by just clicking the above subscribe button.
In the last session, we learned something about pronouns, and today, in this session, we will learn something about verb. Verb is the most important parts of speech. In fact, it is the life and blood of a sentence. You remove the verb from a sentence, the sentence is dead. That is the importance of verb. Without a verb, you will never be able to frame a sentence. What is a verb? A verb is basically an action verb. It talks about action, run, sleep, jump, sit, fly, whatever. Now, there are two types of verbs. One is the main verb, which talks about action, and another set of verbs that is known as auxiliary verb. An auxiliary verb is a helping verb. And when you use an auxiliary verb, you don't talk about action, but it has another function. Now, what are these auxiliary verbs? Be, am, is, are, do, have, has in the present tense, and was, were, and had and did in the past tense. And as a past participle, you have been, had, and again had. Now, how do we use this? Well, I am a teacher. You are a student. Now here, we are only talking about the state of being. There is no action at all involved. You are just telling who is who, what is what. You introduce or identify an object or a person. And you don't use the main verb here, you just use the auxiliary verb. The most important thing in English is that the verb must always match with the subject. For example, I am a teacher, but we are teachers. I have used are because the subject is we, which is in plural. This must be taken care at all times. Now, why do we use auxiliary verb? It is, as I said, to state a state of being, and the second thing is it tells us the tense. It tells us whether a sentence is in the past tense or the present or some other tense. When it is am, it is present tense. When it is was, it is the past tense. It is this which tells us the time. In a sentence, to know the tense, all you have to do is look at the verb. Just as you look at the watch, you look at the verb, it tells the time. Now, auxiliary verbs are very important. You will have to practice it very well, otherwise you are likely to go wrong. Many freshers use it where it is not to be used and do not use it where it is to be used. You will have to take special care. And remember, you never use the auxiliary verb when an action is meant. You directly use the main verb. I sit, he flies, they teach, we learn, etc. The auxiliary verb is just not required here. And then the auxiliary verb is used in the continuous tense again to indicate the time. For example, I am teaching English. I was teaching English. I will be teaching English. So it is this auxiliary verb that tells the time. And in our own Indian languages, the concept of auxiliary verb is just not there. It is specific to English and certain other European languages. So we need to pay special attention to this. That's about verbs. In the next class, we will learn about adjectives. Thank you.